some other films and documentaries and various things. And the experience that I gathered in Due South, and I feel very, very fortunate, very lucky to have worked with such really smart people. I mean, Paul Haggis, in my opinion, one of the smartest people I've ever met, let alone smart, you know, in terms of film and television. And also Jeff King, and also Paul Gross. I mean, they were very, very smart people, and they had specific ideas, and they tested us as composers a lot of the time, and I think most of the time it came through very well, and it was the kind of thing where really it ends up being a team. We were allowed creative freedom in terms of the ideas that we wanted to have. At the same time, there were people, you know, above us overseeing things that they wanted to make sure that it was all working correctly, and ultimately your job as a music composer for a television show or a film is to enhance the producer's vision of the film, of what's going on. And sometimes they have a really specific idea of what they want musically, and other times you have a little more room in terms of experimenting with some different ideas and seeing what's going on. So anyway, that's a rough idea of what was going on with Due South. I probably skipped over all sorts of things, and I'm doing this all off the cuff. But if anybody would like to ask any questions about anything, I'm quite happy to speak about any pros between the two of them. They were choosing what music was going to be heard there. A wide variety of music. I mean, you know, that was one of the cool things with the show, is that we were allowed to make these interesting mutations of music, where it was very folky and very acoustic guitar oriented, pretty organic, and then we throw in a hip hop beat, something kind of neat there. And you know, we really loved, one sound we loved was the Fender Rhodes, that electric piano. I call it the Supertramp sound. You know, you'll hear it all over their music, and it's been in all sorts of music. But different producers liked that sound, and different producers didn't. And you figure out what people were up to. The biggest learning curve was definitely the first 22 shows with Paul Haggis. He kept us going big time in terms of trying to come up with new things, new ideas, and that really set the tone. And I think you find that in a lot of TV series. Once, you know, you don't necessarily go on autopilot because you want to throw challenges at yourself, but after a while, certain themes come back and become consistent. You know?